Hello everybody, welcome to another card making day with Anne. I am Anne Wallace. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Simcoe, Ontario. And if you live in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, you can request a catalogue or you can shop with me, whichever is most convenient for you. My email address is stampsandtea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is stampsandtea.stampinup.net. So welcome everybody. I've been away for about 3 weeks. Nothing too serious or anything, nothing wrong with me. But you know, sometimes life just gets in the way of the best laid plans. So we'll just carry on from there. I apologize for not being here for 3 weeks, but I'm back now. So let's make another card today. So as you all probably know, the annual catalogue is available to everybody now. It started on May the 2nd. It became live for everybody on May the 2nd, and it's got some beautiful new stamps and dies and new ink colors as well in here. We are going to use a couple of new, no we're not, we're going to use old ink colors, returning ink colors, let's call them. And the stamps and dies that we're going to use, it's the Sweet Citrus set. Now in the previous catalogue, the May to June, no, January to April mini catalogue, this stamp set and dies was available as a bundle. It is not available as a bundle in the new catalogue, annual catalogue, but it's available as a stamp set and dies. The stamp set is on page 32 and it's $32. The dies are on page 169 and they're $45. Now the dies are a bit of a different set. The dies come with a set of dies, but they all come with what they call a hybrid embossing folder. And this hybrid embossing folder, these dies fit inside of here, and you can emboss and cut out at the same time, or you can use it as two separate parts of your card. You could emboss that for a background and then cut out some parts that you needed to raise up or to, you know, put up on dimensionals, or you can cut them all out at the same time. I'm going to show you both ways today so that you'll have a good idea of what I mean. The stamp set is Sweet Citrus, and this here is one stamp. That's the outlines of the citrus fruits, and this here is another. So you get 3 parts on this stamp and you've got 4 parts on that one. I'll show you how to use them all together today. So let me just set that to the side. We'll move the catalogue out and let's see what we have. So we've got some Flirty Flamingo for the card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to use it as a top fold along a landscape and a top fold. We've got a piece of Petal Pink. Is this Petal Pink? No, this is Flirty Flamingo, this is Petal Pink, and that's going to go on as a layer, a mat on the front. And then we've got a piece of Basic White, which we're going to layer on top of that. So we've got 5.5 by 4 1/4 for the base. Then we've got 5 1/4 by 4, which gives us 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then we've got 5 inches by 3 3/4. We've got 2 pieces that size because one piece is going to go on the inside. We've also got a piece about 5 1/4 by 4, which we are going to stamp the fruit on and the outline and the leaves, and we've got a piece for the sentiment. So let me think this through. We need to do some stamping first, so we'll put all that out of the way. The colors we're going to use are Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, and Mossy Meadow for some leaves. I may change the Mossy Meadow to Garden Green, but I think I want the darker green of the two. So let's have a think. We need a foam mat because these are photopolymer stamps, and with photopolymer you don't get a foam layer, so you've got no give to your stamps. They're just hard stamps, so this gives you a little bit of a give to it so that you stamp down into your cardstock. So we have, let me see, my biggest piece of cardstock here. And we're going to stamp the outline stamp first because that's the biggest part. And I want to get it on this piece of card, so it's going to go on here like this, and then the inside of the citrus fruits, maybe you can't really see it, the inside of the citrus fruits is going to stamp inside of there, and then we're going to cut it all out together. Right, so for the outside of the fruit, because they're citrus fruits, I'm going to stamp this piece in Daffodil Delight. Okay, let me see, I move my mouse, I've got lots of room, and put my stamp pad there. So inking this up really well because I really want to see this piece, because when I stamp the next piece I have to be able to see where this outline is. So this is just going to go down on the paper, I think, like this. Get a good stamp out of it. There. So that's the rind of the citrus fruit. We're going to see these are pink grapefruit. So we'll put that over there. Let me just close this up. So we've got some Flirty Flamingo for the inside of the fruit. Let me see. So this fruit is going to go inside of there like that. Just inking it up again nicely. Now I need to pull this towards me because I need to stand up and look right down onto the fruit so that I can line this up and hope I can do this. If it doesn't work, we'll turn the card over and we'll see what we can do on the other side. Oh, that's lovely. Now we want to stamp some leaves as well, and we want to stamp a sentiment. Now I've got a piece of cardstock here for my sentiment. I think the leaves will go on the bottom of this piece. Okay, so we're done with that colour. Let me just check out my leaves. Where's my leaves? Here they are. And this is this is Mossy Meadow. We're going to try this. If we don't like it, we can always stamp in a different colour, and we'll use, I think, Garden Green. I think we'll go with Garden Green. Let's have a look. Mossy Meadow's just a little bit light, I think. That's a finger in the green. Oh, this might look better. Oh yes, that's nice. Can I get two in there? Maybe if I turn them around. There, we've got two sets of leaves there. And the nice thing about these dies is you get two sets of leaves to cut out the dies, so that's nice. So let me just pop that to one side, and we've got a sentiment. Now what are we going to do for the sentiment? The sentiment says, have a zesty birthday. It's going on plain white. I think I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo to stamp the sentiment. Shut that so we don't get any ink there. Flirty Flamingo. Flirty Flamingo is a nice colour, nice bright colour. Let's get that well inked. I want that to be nice and dark. Oh my God, where's a straight edge? There's a straight edge. nice. Fruit leaf sentiment. I think that's all I need. Okay, so let me put the ink pads out of the way and let me bring in the Big Shot. Now, when I bring in the Big Shot, let me stand those there, hope they don't fall. Because this is a hybrid embossing folder, you use your number 1 plate and your number 4 plate for your, you see this has a 4 in the corner, your number 1 plate and your number 4 plate, and you don't use your 2 clear plates, or your shim. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all, I'm going to just show you the embossing folder. Alright, we're going to emboss one of these pieces of basic white cardstock to go on the front. So let me see. I put it there. You should see it come through. Okay, so this is my embossing folder here. It's a beautiful folder. It's really nice and deep, and I'm going to emboss just a piece of plain white cardstock. Let's see what happens. Now this is just the embossing folder by itself, so I'm just going to roll that through. And I'm just going to put that to the side. There's the embossing folder. It's beautiful. It's got lovely embossing, the lemons, the grapefruit, or whatever you have, citrus fruits. Really, really nice and pretty. So that was just the embossing folder by itself. So now we can do the next part. We're going to cut out some leaves. We can put the grey plate away because we're finished with that. That's let me think. No, we still need that. We're going to use plate number 2, which is your shim. Plate number 1, plate number 2, 1 glass plate, and we're going to cut out the leaves. Alright, so as I say, in your dies you've got 2 sets of leaves there. So let me see, can I line them up? I think that looks alright there. There's one. Here's the other. Going the opposite way so we can get 2 out at the same time. Looks pretty good there. And this is just the dies. So let's put that out of the way because we need that. So for the dies we've got plates 1, 2 and 2 of number 3. We're just going to roll it through. Now I'm bringing it back because I don't want to roll this plate over my fruit that I've cut out. That I haven't cut out yet, sorry. That I haven't cut out. 1 set of leaves, lovely. 2 sets of leaves. So now we've got the fruit to cut out. Now, as I was telling you, the fruit, if we use the die, this big die here, this one, with the fruit on, the same shape as the fruit we stamped. See, there's the fruit we stamped, and if we put, let me get this going the right way, there, the die over top, we can cut that out just as it is, just like that. Or, because we would like some nice definition on the fruit, we can use the embossing folder at the same time, and it will emboss the fruit just like this, like you see on the basic white. What happens is you take your die and you put it on the positive side of the fruit. Let me see. I'll show you this way. It's on the inside. And once you get it lined up, it sort of locks into place. and it doesn't move. You can you know, move your fingers. I mean, it moves a little bit, but once you get it into place, it's not going anywhere. See? So then you line up your fruit in there, inside of this. And I thought I had my fruit straighter than this, but that's okay. So there's the die, there's the fruit, and we're lining it up around the outside edge. Yes, I think we've got it. So now, because this is the hybrid embossing folder, we're taking the glass, the clear plates out and the shim out, opening this up, and we're using the number 1 plate, which is your big thick plate again, and the grey plate, which is number 4, and hope they didn't move. And oops, let's just roll it through. Let's see what we get. It's like magic, it really is. Just like magic. Okay. Make sure I got no leaves stuck to there. Oh, and I did have. There's one leaf. Oh dear. There's the other. Can't lose the leaves now. Let's see what we've got here. We've got fruit, fruit, fruit and fruit. There. So that's how you use your hybrid embossing folder. Okay, now we'll put all these plates out of the way. Hopefully I can just pop them to the side here and they don't slide anywhere. And we can assemble the card. So let's have a look. We've got this, this and this. This is the piece for the inside now. So we've got this piece. Straightening the edges of my card here. There. So this is going to go down like this with this on top. Now, if you wanted to, you know, be a little different, you could set your cards off on angles like that if you want to. I'm just going to line this all up nice and straight. Okay, just like that. With about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And let's see if we've got some decent adhesive here. Let's see what we've got. Come on, adhesive, work for me. Thank you. And you know I have trouble with this Stampin' Seal adhesive, but somebody said to me, you just have to take your time with it. Don't be rushing it when you're pulling your adhesive roller towards you. So this, so that seemed to work really well. So we got about 1/8 of an inch going around the outside. And then we've got this embossed piece here. It's beautiful. It's beautifully embossed. It really is. Really is. Okay, now which way do I want it to go? Let's go this way because the sentiment's going to go down here, and it's got the lemons, which are kind of the plainer portions of this. Okay. Let's have a look. Have we got some adhesive all the way around? Yes, I think so. Got none sticking out over the edges. Nice and clean. I'm going to put the lemons to the bottom. Again, we've got about 1/8 of an inch here, all the way around. Oops. And I don't want to press this down too hard. I want to press it down firmly, but I don't want to press so hard that I take the embossing out, or I flatten the embossing. So there, we've got that. That's nice. Okay, so let's put some fruit on there. Yeah, we're going to use dimensionals on the fruit. There. So we're going to tuck this in here, right behind these two. There. I'll pop this just on top, move that out. There. I think that's going here. So I want my dimensional at this end, because if I put it at this end it will be too high. So that's going down here like that. There. Okay, so then we got to put the leaves on the back. So what I'm going to do is put some liquid adhesive on the front of the leaves, stick them in there like that, press this down and hope it picks them up. Let's see what we can do here. There's a little dab there. So I've just put a little dab of liquid adhesive on here, and I'm going to stick it in there like that, pick this up, just twist it on an angle, hold that together like that. There's one set, and I think the other set we'll put over here in this space. We'll do the same again. We'll just put a little dab of liquid adhesive on there, stick this in, let the system hold it. There. Now we have a sentiment that we want to pop onto the front. Well, we stamp this on a scrap of white cardstock, and we just want to trim it down a little bit, trim it to size, make it a nice size. I think about, let me see, if I do that, that's just over a ½ inch. Yeah, I think that should work. Yes, I think that's nice. And I think what we'll do is we'll just maybe we'll trim it. I'll find some scissors there, some snips. We're just going to trim about 1/4 inch off each end, and then just notch it towards the middle. There, and 1/4 inch off this end. Same again, notch it to the middle. There, get rid of those. We're going to pop this up on dimensionals again. Did I put them away? No, I've still got some here. 2. I'm going to put this so that the dimensionals don't sit on top of the lemons. They're going to just tuck. I'm just pushing it up to see how far I can go. I kind of like it there. Can it go there? Feels like it can. Okay, so there I've got a piece of basic white for the inside. Yes. This will give me about 1/4 inch all the way around. It's just there. I'm just flattening the edges just a little bit there. Just where I sort of curled the edge a little bit on my cutter. Put this out of the way. And we've got some lovely little gems here, which were 2021-23 in colours, and they've got the lovely yellowy colour in there. You know what? Do we want to pop that lemon on the inside? Why not? We've got it. Let's use it. I'm just going to trim around this a little bit because it's just got a little bit too much white on, I think. I'm just trimming around it with my snips. There. Just because we don't want too much white. And I'm going to put this down flat, because it's on the inside of the card. Just hold it for a second to make sure it stays in place. There. Come back to the front. Use my picky tool. We'll use the putty end. And we'll pick up 2 or 3 gems. I think we'll use the bigger size. I think we don't want to put them on, because they're going on a white background. I want to put them so that you can see them, and then I don't want any putty sticking to them. Let's have a look. There, there. It's only 2. Let's put 3. There. I've got a lovely Stella pen here, and it's clear. Oh, there it is. That was a big squeeze. Came down the side I wasn't looking at, so let's just have a little look, and we'll just paint some. I'm just picking it up from there, and it just makes the fruit look wet, juicy. There. I think that's a nice finishing touch to it. Gives it a little bit of shimmer. Can't have too much shimmer. Wow, that looks nice. Well. There, this out of the way. So there is today's card. Now I did make another one, my sample this morning, which I promptly lost. No, same idea. Made this in Daffodil Delight and Lemon Lime Twist. So there you have it. That's today's card. This is my own design. If you want to copy and share it, please feel free to do so. As always, have a great week. See you next week, and thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.